At that point, I was just in full body spasms and aches in my chair.
Welcome to Review Mean, the channel where we go an extra mile to simplify your movie decisions. Today we'll be analysing Strangers Chapter 3, which closes out this unexpected trilogy, and reactions from critics are not so good. Let's dive in right away. At the time of this video, these were the critics that reviewed the movie, with a new one included for this review.
These aren't the strangers to me. They've become my family. And man, this family!
After surviving all three movies, 3C sounds less like a critic and more like a war veteran who's seen things. What started as cautious optimism for a fresh Strangers trilogy slowly turns into pure betrayal. He calls out the first movie for being a lifeless remake, the second for stretching one chase scene into a full feature, and the third for somehow adding backstory that makes everything less scary instead of more. The mystery gets peeled back so far, it's basically just three weird kids with bad hobbies. And by the end, he's exhausted and frustrated. A couple of gorier moments get a tiny nod, but mostly he treats the trilogy like a horror marathon nobody asked for. Something you endure, not enjoy, and strongly suggests sticking with the originals and pretending this whole saga was just a strange, unpleasant dream. Sean Chandler's big issue is simple. The Strangers were scary because we didn't know anything about them. So why on earth would you make 3 whole movies explaining everything? For him, every answer just shrinks the fear, turning mysterious killers into awkwardly explained neighbors with backstories. The third film tries to pivot into a weird Stockholm Syndrome romance, which he treats like the franchise accidentally wandered into the wrong genre. Add in choppy pacing, endless exposition, and characters making aggressively dumb decisions.
And every time you're thinking that, they do whatever the dumbest possible thing is, just so the plot can move forward. So, ugh.
And he basically concludes the trilogy feels padded, unnecessary, and fundamentally misguided. Obviously, his suggestion is to skip this one. From minute 1, Cody Leach calls the trilogy a colossal waste of time and never really lets up. He admits there are tiny positives, decent lighting, cool masks, a couple of solid performances, but they're buried under what he sees as insultingly bad writing, zero tension, wasted characters, and dumb reveals. For him, each movie fails in a different way. One's a cheap copy, one's pointless filler, and this one's the grand finale of terrible ideas. The main character barely talks, nobody acts like a human being, and the big answers make you wish you'd never asked. By the end, his energy is basically, please let this franchise rest.
I had to sit through another hour and a half of Strangers, so I'm a little upset.
By the end of this trilogy, Adam's basically filing an emotional insurance claim. For him, this isn't a finale. It's 90 more minutes of nothing happening and nobody making a single intelligent decision. The tension's flat, the reveals reveal nothing, and every character choice feels like it was written by someone allergic to common sense. He admits it looks fine visually, sure, but that's like complimenting the wallpaper in a haunted house that's actively collapsing. By the time the credits roll, he's less scared of the masked killers and more scared that they might make another sequel. Spooky Astronauts comes at it way calmer, like a detective trying to piece together what this trilogy was even attempting to do. She appreciates that the movie finally explains the lore and actually answers questions, which honestly is more effort than most horror franchises bother with. But the trade-off is that all that explanation kind of sucks the mystery and the fear right out of it.
Do I like them? Not really. Am I buying them? No. But do I understand them? Yes.
Instead of creepy unknown strangers, we get awkward backstories, timelines jumping all over the place, and a slow burn finale that feels more heavy and sad than scary. She respects the ambition and even likes some of the darker tone, but it's one of those I see what you were going for, but I don't love how you got there situations. By the end, she's not mad, not thrilled, just politely closing the book like, well, at least we got answers, I guess. Now let's round up the numbers and convert to percentage. The review mean score for Strangers, Chapter 3, is 25%, compared to 20% on the tomatometer. I guess we can confidently advise you to avoid this film, and do not even bother waiting for streaming, unless you intend to cause yourself some agony. There you have it, folks. But what about you? Did our score match your vibe? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if this helped you make a more informed decision, or gave you one less thing to Google today, give a big thank you to the amazing reviewers we featured. The links to their reviews are in the description below. Support their work, and of course smash that subscribe button for Review Mean. Like, comment, share, and I'll catch you in the next video.